The lineup for David Critchley and his bunch for St. Louis City FC 2. This is a team that has been as good as anybody. Will lead the line. Lewis Muller is the one that has the torch in hand for this Ventura County team today without Mackay Joyner and Brendan McSorley, the leading lights, if you might say, in a patch of play that sees them on the road for 4 of 5. Trevor Wiseman blows the whistle, and we are off against North Texas and Sporting Kansas City. Hoping to add another pelt to their wall. Meanwhile, for Ventura County, their last time out, Real Monarchs, they were able to secure victory and trying to keep those good tidings going. A box entry, Mateo Kidd, the one that ends up with the ball in tow. Winder attaches himself, poked forward. A spin, a twist, flapped in and well dealt with by Colin Welsh, who hangs on. Like a hot knife through butter. It's St. Louis into the final third. Pierce on the left. Clipped in, falls kindly. Betcher with the finish. And the flag has stayed down. Ventura County dismayed. Everybody froze. Those so chosen to represent St. Louis in that particular moment. Hussein, a player that likes to get into the interior spaces, will allow for, in this particular instance, Pierce to get around him and provide the width. Miller, a quest into the mid-park, and creamed wide. Musto with gusto, and Winder. And Muller, and Reindorf. Musto in over the top. Successful knockdown. Muller taking aim. Couldn't get it to dip down. This effort from Harbor Miller. On Tweet. Plays center field. Crushed to the other end. Will it skip away? No. Sean Karani. Enforcement streaming forward. Arced into the area, and Muller's header is biteless. Ventura County FC, though, drawing a bit closer. They've had more box entries in recent moments than they really did the rest of the half. Of course, nobody said you have to get into the box to score, but it certainly helps things. Look how deep Jaskalainen has tucked in the build-up phase, and that opens up this movement. Betcher in behind. Kuzain. Kuzain overcooked. Wisely hitting it off the hook is Jason Buckner. Goal kick. 1 minute. Jaskalainen stiffly heading into Kuzain's feet. Kuzain was looking for the contact, just fell straight onto the ball. No foul given. That's technically a handball. Ventura make use of the free kick. Muller. Still Muller, a soul roll. Openings. Flashed in and skipped wide. Ruben Ramos, who had pried himself into a pocket. At the area's periphery is Colin Welsh. He doesn't cross the line, but we do. The referee was involved in that first half. Both teams with over 10 combined fouls each. Musto. Ramos. Ramos! Oh my! Out of this world! Snap, crackle, pop. And nobody's stopping that. A left-footed effort to tie things up. And Ventura County are hungry for more. Miller. Winder, Ramos again! This time, it is dead and just... And this may have had bar down written on it had the goalkeeper not intervened. Scrambling in is Buckner. Yep. Forces the giveaway. Kuzain. Kuzain lining one up. And stopped in its tracks by Brady Scott. This game has gotten into the fifth gear. There's another foul. You see the distribution. Heaved a bit too high. Quickly onto it was Seeley. And then Kuzain. Buckner shuffled along. Man down in the box is a penalty. Musto bided his time before finally angling in the attack. And Karani cutting across the face. The German needs guile now. Muller for Ventura. You go right, I go left. The goalkeeper had told him to pick the corner. The ball was never going to go there. Probing away, and now Kuzain. Kuzain. Mateo Kidd, a softening touch. Jaskalainen, what a save! It was a wonderful back-heeling touch. Jaskalainen with no hesitation. That is textbook goalkeeping. Perez again. Seeley allowed to advance, the slide draw ball. Winder's left it behind him. Senge clears the lines. A searching ball in behind. Falls for Kuzain. Loosed himself from the defender Harbor Miller, who's still down. As Ventura get back to work. Ramos steaming ahead to try and provide some width on this near side. Winder served in and just slash clear. At the back post, it's 3-1. You see Kuzain making the near stick run, holding Orozco in. Seeley on for Kidd. Kuzain. Snapping passes around. Jaskalainen. Fleet of feet. Perez. That got closer than Brady Scott would have liked to admit. May have chipped the paint on the way through. Mateo Kidd puts himself on the business end. McKenna, Perez, Jaskalainen. Perez is through! But it's wiped out. This time, it appears the flag has raised. Perez had just put himself ahead of the last man. That is becoming increasingly true between the match itself and its expiration. Muller takes it down. Muller palmed just wide. An acrobatic stop. Muller, it's not often someone gets the penalty. They've only mustered 2 shots from inside the penalty area. Only 5 shots overall. And on the front foot now, it's Harbor Miller hammering home and maybe hammering the final nail into St. Louis City SC2. Himself into the final third. Got inverted, got by his man, and makes short work of a cross-goal finish. And there is confirmation. Delgado is the one that will be coming on to relieve Muller. Somehow that ball stayed on. Jindawi poked into the center. Winder just snuffs it out before the counter can even have a thought of a play downfield. Winder. And this is not what you want to see. Winder was not happy with how that play commenced, and this is getting ugly fast. Cooler heads prevailing. It was really fantastic work from Chris Reindove, who jumped straight in the middle, turning his back to the aggressing side, St. Louis City 2. And looking toward his own teammates to disengage what looked like might be a fight oncoming, and it's going to be a red card. Elijah Winder, who was at the heart of that, was fouled hard, sprung straight up with a push for Roscoe, and then it was on. It was a masterful piece of work from Winder that preceded the foul. But a great Ventura County FC performance is marred there at the ends. Looks like Matt Taylor is voicing some, let's say, disconcerted opinions about what just took place. Red card's out of the pocket again. Who's it been shown to now? Looks like Miguel Perez. He wasn't at the heart of the involvement. Well, Miguel Perez has been sent off as well, and both sides down to 10. We're past the 4 minutes given, obviously. Nothing left in it other than to blow the 3 final whistles, so it would appear. Everything beyond this point feels semantic, with Ventura firmly in control. But controversy at the end. There was a game last year between these two that saw both sides with a player sent off, and that is the case again here today. Kuchevsky lost the ball. Escalainen unable to take it in. Over the top. Dita Armstrong. Space in the middle. McKenna. Hussein coursing one in. Away by Delgado. And that'll do. V is for victory. Ventura County FC come from behind and take it from St. Louis City 2.